Shalom, shalom. It's the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of America and teach the hopefully elect. First thing I want to do is give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
Unbelievable, we didn't.
And salutations to you brothers that's pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. Alright, basically, I ran across this video, and it's basically going into the Esau using us as guinea pigs, man, and that hatred, So I'm gonna play it and just expound on it, So here you go.
Think it could possibly be true, but after receiving thousands of records and declassified reports from the Army, it's confirmed that during the Cold War, the United States military conducted secret tests on unsuspecting people in the city of St. Louis. A local sociologist will make her findings public tomorrow, but she spoke first to the I-Team's Lisa Zigman.
Lisa Martino Taylor's life work has been to uncover details of the Army's ultra-secret military experiments carried out in St. Louis and other cities during the 1950s and 60s.
This study was secretive for a reason. They didn't have volunteers stepping up and saying, yeah, I'll breathe zinc cadmium sulfide with radioactive particles.
These Army archive pictures show how the tests were done in Corpus Christi, Texas in the 1960s.
And this is in from the 1950s to the 1960s, man. This is just a short window of what Esau been doing with these tests, man. Him in his damn laboratory, he's a mad scientist. All right. And who did he test it out on? He tested it out on Jake. Because he don't give a fuck about Jake. He actually want to see the shit kill him,
In Texas, planes were used to drop the chemical, but
And what do they use now? Chemtrails. All right, those planes that flew over, I think it was New York, saying they was doing it for the not New York, but one of them cities, I forgot, Florida. They was flying on planes over the city talking about it's for the mosquitoes. And the same thing they did in St. Louis, they did it recently in Florida. Say it is for one thing, but they actually testing it. They testing on for the chemical warfare.
In Louis, the Army placed chemical sprayers on buildings and station wagons. City officials were kept in the dark about the tests.
Like when they say they spraying for mosquitoes, they ain't spraying for mosquitoes. And that's the same thing they do today. You see them trucks around and they spraying, talking about they spraying for mosquitoes. They ain't spraying for mosquitoes.
The Cold War cover story was that the Army was testing smoke screens to protect cities from a Russian attack. The truth, according to Martino Taylor, was much more sinister.
It's pretty shocking. The level of duplicity and secrecy. Clearly, they went to great lengths to deceive people.
By making hundreds of Freedom of Information Act requests, she uncovered once classified documents that confirmed the spraying of zinc cadmium sulfide. The greatest concentration of this compound was sprayed near the Pruitt-Igoe housing complex just south of downtown St. Louis.
Which is the projects in St. Louis, where predominantly Israelites live at, man. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And if this was in the same thing they did in St. Louis, like I used to always say, you call a building a project, what is it, man? It's like science, man. It was a goddamn science experiment. A concentration of Israelites they give two flying F's about, man. And they use their chemicals to test out, man, before they put them in the field.
Home to 10,000 low-income people and an estimated 70%.
You see how they say low-income people, because they ain't want to tell you that it was they wouldn't say Negroes or anything like that.
Under the age of 12. Martino Taylor claims they all unknowingly inhaled this compound morning, noon, and night so the government could measure its effects on their lungs.
So this was in violation of all medical ethics, all international codes, and the military's own policy at that time.
In 1994, then Congressman Richard Gephardt asked the Army to open its records and explain the St. Louis testing.
We want to make very sure that nothing went on that would harm anyone and that all the facts are out on the table.
Documents released in the 90s show the Army placed sprayers on this former Knights of Columbus building on Lindell and in Forest Park. The Army always insisted the chemical compound was safe. Martino Taylor believes documents prove otherwise.
There's a lot of evidence that indicates that people in St. Louis, in the city, particularly in minority communities,
we know who live there,
were subjected to military tests that was connected to a larger radiological weapons development and testing project.
For the first time, she links the St. Louis testing to a company called U.S. Radium, a company notorious for lawsuits involving radioactive contamination of its workers.
United States Radium had this reputation where they had been found legally liable decades prior for producing a radioactive powdered paint that killed many young women who painted fluorescent watch dials.
While the Army admits it added a fluorescent substance to the zinc-cadmium compound, details of whether it was radioactive remain secret. Documents uncovered to date indicate the Army never conducted follow-up studies to see whether the compound caused long-term health issues. In 1972, after years of crime, poverty, and decline, the government destroyed the Pruitt-Igoe housing complex. Lisa Zigman, News Channel 5, I-Team.
Now, the company U.S. Radium no longer exists.
All right, so this crafty snake is a damn demon, man. Esau's a damn demon, man. You know? That's all you can really say about it. This guy has forever been tormenting our people. Anytime this dog get in office or he comes into power, he afflicts the Israelites. You know? And that's why his judgment is extermination. Alright? This is Ezekiel 35. I'm gonna start at 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Seir and prophesy against it, which is talking about Esau. Mount Petra, what they call it, Mount Seir. All right. It said, and say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. All right? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end. Right? Had an end. All right? So basically, you know, here it is. Jake already going through hell, you know, so-called out of the physical bondages of slavery. But Esau steady push more on you, man. Then this nigga want to chemically test some shit on you. Because everybody knows, if you know anything about nuclear energy, you know, it actually fucks with your DNA, man. You know, it breaks down the cells in your body. So here it is. You put radioactive material in paint. In paint. You gotta be out your mind. And then you put it in the buildings, in the projects where Jake live at. is a what? A science experiment. That's why they call the damn projects, right? It said, therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know? It said, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will find his mountain with it. I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. All right. So you Edomites, man. And that was just one incident. All right. That's just one incident. Ain't no telling. And she said she just searching documents from the 1950s and the 60s, man. Within a 10-year period of time, these devils can do a lot of damage, man. All right. That's what the scriptures say. The devil come not to do nothing but steal, kill, and destroy, man. That's Esau. Who else do that? You know? All right, this Amos 1 and 11. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, so-called white man, the red man, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he pursued his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. All right, so because technically they get that whole evil twin story from Jacob and Esau, man. That's a real deal, man. Esau's the evil twin brother, and with that evil twin story, the evil twin is always trying to kill a good one, man. He's always trying to kill a good one. All right, and these damn Edomites, man. That show you the perpetual hatred of the so-called white man. He could have got anybody. He could have got Gooks to do it. He could have did it in their neighborhoods in Chinatown. He could have did it in his people's neighborhood. He could have did it in where the Polish people live. He could have did it anywhere. Let's tie it on those damn niggas, those Israelites. I can't stand them niggas. All right? Hey, just like they would in Egypt. He's like, man, the more we put hell on them, they just won't stop multiplying. You goddamn Edomites got a lot to pay for, man. And that was just one incident that she searched within a 10-year period of time of the military, man. Now they got all type of madness in technology. All right? So this is Micah Salakia 2:1. All right, it's Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. All right, who has the power to fucking do this, man? This is madness. This is madness, man. Ain't no Israelite got no billions of dollars and then gon' devise all these evil deeds, man. You know? They got money, they got wealth, they own the military, they own the police, they own the hospitals. They can do what the fuck they want to do and get away with it, because it's in the power of their hands. So they thought about, oh, we need to test these chemicals out. Nobody wanna volunteer. Who wanna die, nigga? Nobody wanna breathe that shit. You know what? We use those damn niggas, them dumb monkeys. When the whole time you the damn monkey. All right? It said they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. And it also showed you that after they got done with their experiments, they tore the projects down. When they got tired of dealing with the shit, Jake, well, you know, because that shit probably played with Jake's mind and loosed their mind to all type of demonic forces, man. Because it's all witchcraft. Where Esau deals in witchcraft. He tore it down, man. And sent all those demonic niggas all across the city, man. You know? It's just to spread that whatever happened to him, man. Because it's a proven fact that radioactive material it mess with your DNA. You know? So with that, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh show me I was shy. Double honors to the apostle and elders, a great millstone. And salutations to you brothers pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. Shalom.